She thought she was being clever, hiding her affair behind family visits and part-time shifts. But the moment I checked the mileage on her car, I knew something wasn't right. What she didn't know? I was about to uncover everything and take down her lover in a way he'd never recover from. If you've ever been lied to, betrayed, or made to feel like a fool, hit that like button and subscribe, because this is the story of how I exposed two cheaters, ended a man's career, and handed karma the best script she's ever had. Back in the early 2000s, I had what most people thought was a normal marriage. 2 kids, a nice home, and a wife with a part-time job. But something wasn't sitting right. Our kids were young, 4 and 6 at the time. But kids are brutally honest when they talk about their day. And that's what started the whole thing. They began casually mentioning spending time at their grandparents' house, my wife's parents. Nothing strange, until I realized they were going there multiple times a week. That was odd. Her parents lived week after week, the numbers didn't lie. She was driving an extra 400 miles a week. That was it. I knew she was up to something. And then fate handed me the key. One day I sat at the home computer and saw a sticky note next to the keyboard. It had her AOL email password written on it. I hesitated. Then I typed it in. Her inbox opened, and what I found hit me like a freight train. She'd been emailing her college best friend, laughing about how she was hooking up with one of her ex-boyfriends from high school. The tone was disgusting, giggly, like it was a joke. She even made fun of the guy's wife for gaining weight after childbirth. I sat there, stunned, numb, but not broken. I printed everything, every email, every laugh at my expense. Then I called an old friend who was a cop. He gave me a contact, Ron, former detective, now a private investigator. I hired him, gave him the emails and every detail I had. He went to work. Within a few weeks, Ron came back with a full report. Photos, dates, times. My wife had been dropping our kids at her parents', then meeting this guy for lunch. Every time. Then they'd sneak off to a cheap motel. Afterward, she'd pick up the kids and come home to play innocent mom and wife. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I got a lawyer, and I told Ron I needed one more thing. I wanted to know everything about him. Ron delivered. His name was Bob. He was married, had 3 kids, worked as a VP of sales at his father-in-law's company. Now that was interesting. I had my lawyer draft the divorce papers, but I wasn't going to just hit my wife with them. I was going to set off a chain reaction. On the day she was served at work, Ron also visited Bob's wife. He handed her a folder with everything, every photo, every timestamp, every sleazy motel. I didn't know what she'd do. That part was up to her, but she did not disappoint. According to public court records, Bob's life imploded. His wife cleared out their accounts, took the kids, filed for divorce. And since her dad owned the house and the company Bob worked for, she got Bob fired, evicted, destroyed. Their divorce was messy, violent. Bob tried to force his way back into the house. Her brother broke his nose. Restraining orders were filed. Police reports stacked up. Even some jail time. Last I heard, Bob fled the state. He doesn't show up online anymore. His ex-wife? She took over her dad's business, and she's doing just fine. As for me, I moved on. My kids are grown now. I co-parented without drama. No arguments, just civility. I don't hate her, but I don't talk to her either. She made her choices, and I made sure karma showed up with receipts. If this revenge made you cheer inside, Hit that like button and subscribe to RevengeVerse for more true stories where betrayal meets justice. Tell us in the comments, what would you have done if you caught your partner cheating? Because sometimes, the best revenge is simply letting the truth destroy them.